This time we're live again for Credit Repair Now. By the way, before we begin, I would like to take a minute and say thank you to Gillette, who has put this presentation for you. And it has lots of good information. And she's also doing this live. So thank you very much, Gillette. And here we can dive in. By the way, we've got 13 slides here. I'll go slowly just so you can actually follow along. And if you have any questions, feel free to write them in the comment. Best practices for you to listen to this live and learn from it. I've just drafted 5 points. I'm sure there are more. A quiet space is ideal for better listening during live. That's a true fact. Headphones are great. That way you're zoned out into what you have to listen here. Please put on your mobile phone in silent mode to avoid any interruptions. Best is to avoid multitasking for optimum results, like checking email, text, sending text, responding, so on and so forth. And kindly stay present. Sitting down really helps with being here. That being said, the topic of this presentation, this live, is how to repair a bad credit. Thank you for attending, by the way. And this presentation will take approximately, anywhere between 15 to 30 minutes. Just to be safe, I've said 25 to 35. And please ask questions in the comment section. We love your questions, and any question you ask, we will respond. Either way, doesn't matter what the question is, the answer may be in the presentation, we'll still respond. And I will answer them at the end of the presentation, of course, while I'm reading and going through this. It's really hard. It's hard for someone like me who doesn't enjoy multitasking to respond and such. At the end of the webinar, you'll learn more how to fix your bad credit. Now, connecting with us, you can call us 647-373-9651. There's Facebook page with lots of credit tips, Instagram, tons of credit tips, TikTok, a lot more, I should say, because there are some of our digital marketing folks that love TikTok. So they seem to be creating a whole lot of good content for TikTok. And of course, there's the website, creditrepairnow.ca. We are a Canadian company, and we only work on Canadian credits. You can also email us, Credit Repair. There's the email address. How to fix bad credit. This is very important topic, specifically as you're moving into the new year. And from time to time we go through New Year's resolution. And if you had past challenges in your credit, this is a good time to start taking ownership of the problem. Ownership of the problem does not mean you created that problem. The problem is there, but it's your responsibility to fix it because it is your credit. So a bad credit is a real pain, specifically when you want financial growth. So we're in North America. Canada is part of North America. And in Canada, if you want financial growth, having good credit, excellent credit, will help you do that. When you have bad credit, it's almost impossible. Almost impossible. And I'm using that word carefully because, it's not that it's not possible. There's a lot of things that have happened on this planet that people thought it's impossible. So it's possible, but you're looking at a steep hill for it to be possible. So lenders, and when I say lenders, it's credit card companies, loan companies, mortgage companies, bank, they will all deny your request for credit, or they may even charge you higher interest rate. So basically, you're paying one way or the other. Either you're paying by in your time, resources, energy, or you're paying a higher rate. Either way, you're paying. So you really need to decide, what do you want to pay, and move on from the problem and get in the good zone. If you have a score below 660, it is considered fair or poor according to Equifax. So something to keep in mind. That's the magic number so far. Now that number has changed from the past, but that is the magic number for now. So how to avoid bad credit? And that's something I will discuss. It's 3 points. I'm sure there are more points, but these 3 I find are the more important ones. Number 1, check your credit repair every so often. So credit bureaus are required to grant you one free credit report every 12 months. Okay, so you might want to take advantage of it and just get that printout, look at it. Looking at it instantly gives you some sort of a relief that tells you where your score is. You basically get a starting point. Number 2 is dispute any errors on your report. So on the report, there are many information, and when you look at it, there are some that are not correct, there are some that are correct. So anything that is incorrect, that's your first place to start. Get them addressed, and that very well may affect your score. Do not open unnecessary accounts. So and this is something that has happened to me more than once. Walking into a store, and I'm not going to take the name of the store, but walking into a store and they say, oh, you get a free t-shirt if you sign here. Now they make it nice and easy. It's simple. I get the t-shirt if I sign here. What am I signing? Well, I'm signing for a credit card, or I'm signing for a store card or something, where it generates an account for me and it sits on the credit report. Now, after I buy the t-shirt, I wear it once or twice. I even forget where I got that t-shirt from. And now the card that I got on the mail may or may not have been activated. If I activated it, I never used it. If I used it, I paid and never used it again. Many different things. If you're not using an account, if you know you're not going to use an account actively, you might as well not activate, because it does affect your score. So that's avoiding the bad credit. In case you have bad credit, here are some of the ways to fix it. And there's 8 points. There are 4 points, and I'm going to go through one at a time and go from there. So number 1, pay minimum balance before the due date. So if the due date is today, don't wait until today to make the payment. Try and make it a couple days before. If you can't afford to pay your whole balance, make sure to pay the minimum at the very least. Paying a slightly over minimum is a good idea. It helps you. It shows the lender that you're not just scraping by. You can afford to pay more than minimum. It is a very good idea, and it's a beautiful tip. Take that, and it will help you. Pay your bills on time. Don't wait until the due date. Pay a little bit before. It's the key to building discipline, building good credit. Credit has a lot to do with your self-discipline. And if you don't have the discipline, then there are gadgets like a phone you can program, and you can have them all set up. So next thing is become an authorized seller. If you know you don't have good credit, you have friends and family that can have you on their credit card. That's not something everyone has access to, but it will help you. I know they don't create an account and have them have that on on your credit report. However, they do have an internal system where it shows that you are the authorized user, which builds an internal credit with the lender. Number four is catch up on overdue payments. Any payments that are overdue. If your credit card is maxed out, there's a balance above the limit, make sure you pay that, plus any minimum payment that are there. So those things really help. Yeah, so there are four tips that you can take away with you. Pay minimum balance before due date, pay bills on time, become an authorized user. Now, number three is not everyone has access to, but if you do, take advantage of it. But at the same time, help make sure it doesn't become a problem for the other person. Catch up on any overdue payments. That is enormous if you can do that. Now, with that, the conclusion here is having bad credit is really hard, and you can either get denied or charge higher interest rate. And it's like catch 22. If you don't fix credit, you can't get credit, and you can't get credit to fix your credit. It's a catch 22. You'll keep circling around unless you make that as a priority and you do it. Fixing credit can take a lot of time, but it is definitely worth it in the end. With that being said, low credit score doesn't mean you're a financial criminal. Your story is more than just your low credit score. At Credit Repair Now, judgment is put aside. Listening, guiding, and helping is put forward because that's what you need. My goal here is to get you out of bad credit and help you increase your credit score faster. It could go up, slowly over time, but we turbo that process and we do it fast. With that being said, thank you. And this slide gives you all the information you need as a client, as someone who's struggling. Call us 647-373-9651. I have my phone. I always answer the calls. 9 out of 10 times, I should say. I'm very good at answering calls. Creditrepairnow.ca, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, website, all of it is there. With that being said, thank you very much for being here. And I appreciate your presence. I appreciate you as our audience. Thank you.